¿Cómo están a todos? Bienvenidos a un nuevo video. Mi nombre es Sergio Díaz, así que ponte cómodo, relaja tu espalda, que esta historia está por comenzar. La semana pasada falleció uno de los mejores boxeadores que ha estado en la era dorada de los 70 de los pesos pesados, y era nada más y nada menos que Big George Foreman. Foreman, oriundo de Texas, se ganó la medalla de oro en los Juegos Olímpicos de 1968 que fue en México.
Fighters move out for round one, fighting for the gold medal here in the 19th Olympiad. Foreman is 19 years old, 6 feet 3.5 inches tall. He is from Pleasantville, California, where he works as an instructor in a Job Corps center. This has to be the highlight of George's life as he goes right after the Russian Ionis Chipolis. Over from the more experienced Russian, Ionis Chipolis. A marvelous first round for George Foreman. Foreman throwing bombs in there. Ripping punches by George Foreman. He's all over the Russian. Chipolis looks all through. George pouring it on, and the referee stops the fight in the second round. It's all over. George Foreman wins the gold medal of the 19th Olympiad in Mexico City. Ionis Chipolis, very weary, a dejected loser. And there's George holding up the American flag in the center of the ring before thousands of impressed spectators.
En 1973 se iba a enfrentar por el título mundial contra Joe Frazier.
La pelea que se avecinaba. Ahí es nada. La titularon como el Gran Duelo al Sol. Desde la ciudad de Kingston, en Jamaica, 22 de enero de 1973. Dos púgiles invictos, dos medallistas de oro. Han oído ustedes bien. Medalla de oro en los Juegos Olímpicos de Tokio 64, Joe Frazier, el campeón. Enfrente, George Foreman, medalla de oro en los Juegos de México del 68. La primera vez que el gigantón George Foreman disputaba una corona mundial. Por su parte, Frazier hacía aquí la 11ª defensa de su título de campeón del mundo de los grandes pesos. Título que obtuvo con todo merecimiento el 4 de marzo del ser. El árbitro, con excesiva parsimonia, comienza ahora a desgranar la cuenta. El árbitro lo habrán reconocido todos los buenos aficionados, Artur Mercante. Un magnífico árbitro para un magnífico campeonato del mundo. Vamos a ver si consigue derribar por tercera vez. Lo derriba por tercera vez el primer round, pero aquí no estaba vigente la norma de las 3 caídas en un asalto que daba fin a las hostilidades. Por consiguiente, esto no significaba nada cuando precisamente ha sonado la campana poniendo fin al primer round, al primer asalto. Observen el estado tan lamentable en que se encontraba Joe Frazier, totalmente derrotado, machaca. A ese rincón le impacta con gran dureza, con las dos manos. Nuevamente ha sentido el golpe, sale trastabilleado y se va a la lona una vez más. Artur Mercante, ahora sí, ahora ha comenzado a desgranar la cuenta mientras retiraba a George Foreman. Estamos presenciando un campeonato del mundo apasionante, ni el propio Joe Frazier se lo cree. ¿Qué es lo que está pasando? Parece que el recinto se le viene encima. Ese gancho de derecha que ha explosionado en el mentón, rematado después con la otra mano. Es un auténtico pelele, es un hombre ya muy quebrantado por los golpes Joe Frazier. Y ahora sí, ahora ya definitivamente esto era el comienzo del final. No podía hacer absolutamente nada para aguantar las avalanchas del aspirante de George Foreman. Está a punto de conseguir una victoria por nocaut. Esos golpes tremendos prácticamente lo ha elevado del suelo. Y Artur Mercante dice que esto se acabó, se acabó. Esta era la primera derrota de este hombre, de Joe Frazier. Y la primera vez que George Foreman conseguía la corona mundial de los grandes pesos. Hoy cumplía 25 años George Foreman. Felicidades, campeón.
En 1974 se iba a enfrentar contra el gran peso pesado de todos los tiempos, y era nada más y nada menos que Muhammad Ali en Rumble in the Jungle, que se inauguró, mejor dicho, que se hizo en la República del Zaire, que eso queda en África.
Left hook that is so devastating, the tremendous left hook going to stop Ali. Here we go, Ali quickly across the round. To the first round, looking to drop that left hook. Man to the far corner. There's that left uppercut jab to the body of Muhammad Ali. Dancing now. Moves Ali with a right hand lead again. He lashes out with a light left. A straight right hand. Forehead of George Foreman. Foreman on the left. A wild left hand thrown by George Foreman. Taken on the side of the head of Ali. The pace is tremendous in round one. George Foreman with his face for you. Ali to the left. Ali tries to tie up. He's leaning on Foreman. Foreman with a vicious uppercut. Misses. Plate separates him. Wild left hand. Vicious hook. There's a real strong right hand just underneath the heart. And Muhammad Ali is taking some punishment now. About 25 seconds left in the round. Ali, face left, goes to straight right hand. That right hand lead has George Foreman slightly confused, but a straight left jab thrown by Foreman has Ali in the corner. Ali dances back, hangs on. What a tremendous pace in round number one. Ali is definitely headhunting with his right hand lead. A good right hand taken on the left side of the jaw by Muhammad Ali. Oh, a great left hand. An over and under combination. Left hand and then the right on the jaw. Taken by the champion George Foreman. There's the left hand in the eye of Foreman. Ali scoring some punches here. These punches are not hurting him that he's taking on the side of the head. 30 seconds left in round two. Look at Ali. Continues to talk. Definitely serious. Tremendous combination by Muhammad Ali. 10 seconds left now in round three. Ali showing his combination. The hand speed. Left, right, left combination to the head of Foreman. Foreman again takes the right hand. Right on the left side of the head. The bell and round three. Ali super confident. Foreman looks unusually slow with his hands. Look at this now. All of a sudden he opens up. Foreman looking for the opportunity. Has a tremendous look of determination. Staggered! Foreman staggered! Definitely! Right on the button! Right on the jaw of George Foreman! Jack Clayton, the referee, separates the two fighters. There's a vicious left! No real serious damage done. Ali is getting his hand up. The wild left by the jaw of Ali. Doesn't seem to bother Ali as Ali stands on his toes, works downstairs, goes downstairs. Good left hook by Ali. Good left hook by Foreman. Ali on the right. Ali leans up against the rope. Right hand taken on the gloves by Ali. There's a real wild right hand taking the back of the head of Ali. Foreman with a wild right again. Ali looks like he's trying to rest in this round. Punches are not doing any damage though. Vicious right thrown to the body of Ali. Wild right misses the head of Ali. The left taken on the glove of Ali. The right glove. George Foreman's round all the way. Ali, this is a closing round for him. Foreman wailing away. Chris left the combination by Ali. Lands in the head of Foreman. Foreman with that right. Ali throwing it. Good pass. Backs up Foreman. Backs him up in his back. Foreman staggered. Foreman tries to look. Ali throws to the right. Foreman gets back to the left. Foreman hit again. Foreman has been hit 3 or 4 times. Misses the wild left hand. Ali showing tremendous strength. There's the ball. Ending round 5. By far the best round of the fight. Clayton separates the two fighters. Ali goes headhunting again. Oh, a great left hand taken on the face of George Foreman. Ali scored 3 in a row that time. Foreman, right eye, looking to be closed. Ali has tremendous look of confidence on that face. These punches are landing, bouncing off the eye of the heavyweight champion of the world, George Foreman. Foreman has his work cut out for him. Via satellite, a video technique presentation worldwide. Ali working to the head of George Foreman. Ali scores again with a light left hand. That time a straight left bounces the head back of Foreman. A quick short jab with the right hand bounces the head around of Foreman. Foreman looking to deliver the real sneaky right hand. Another sneaky right hand. This time he worked over the shoulder of Foreman. It's a combination.
Pero eso no es todo. George Foreman no solamente se ha convertido en uno de los más grandes boxeadores de todos los tiempos, sino que también se ha convertido en un gran pastor de una iglesia cristiana. A mediados de la década de los 80, Foreman decidió volver al boxeo por economía, ya que la situación económica se ha recaído y recaído y recaído. La única forma para recuperar la condición económica es boxear. En los 80s y 90s, Foreman se enfrentó contra grandes peleadores mejor dicho, se han convertido en leyendas, como Evander Holyfield, Tommy Morrison y por último Michael Moorer, por el título de los pesos pesados. Y a los 45 años se enfrentó contra Michael Moorer en 1994 por los títulos de los pesos pesados y por ende lo ganó. Hasta 1997 se ha retirado y se ha convertido en filántropo, pero él jamás dejó de ser pastor, hasta los 79 años que ya partió en el reino de los cielos.
There's the first right hand by Foreman, and followed the left jab. Crowd roars. To little effect, though. Moore has been knocked down 4 times in his career, but has always gotten up and always won.
Those knockdowns coming from Everett Martin, Burt Cooper, and of course the last time against Evander Holyfield for a knockdown that judged tonight, Jerry Roth, who judged that fight, only got to see that round as a 10-10 round in spite of the fact that Moore was on the floor.
There's again the left-right combination by Foreman, but that right hand going in fairly slowly, and it still reaches Moore. George's punch is very slow so far. Bell ends round 1. As usual, not bothering to sit on a stool between rounds. Moore was told by Teddy Atlas to move a little, not stay within punching range.
Well,
Foreman.
Interestingly enough, he's saying you're in range of George's hands. Don't be in so close. He got caught with that one right hand lead that Foreman threw, the only punch of really effectiveness that Foreman was able to land with in the first round.
Moore getting that jab to work some now here at the start of round number 2, and Foreman trying to answer with the same.
And showing some motion now.
Michael Moore going out trying to obey the commands of Teddy Atlas, whom he has a lot of belief in and a lot of respect for. He went through trainers before. He was trained by Emmanuel Stewart for a long time, left Stewart, now Foreman with a right hand, was trained briefly by the Duva-George Benton combination, and a left jab by Foreman now.
Went through some real changes during that period of time. George starting to find the range now.
Yep, that was a fine left jab by Foreman, and again brings a rise out of the crowd. Moore had a slight smile on his face. Foreman not expending a lot of energy.
And in the second coming of George, he hasn't been notoriously fast in the first rounds. If you remember the first round even of the Jerry Cooney fight.
Right, he was hurt in that fight. In fact, he wobbled near the end of that first round, but came back to finish off Cooney in the second round.
I think he wants to find out exactly what Michael has, and is Michael capable of hurting him? Remember, George has only been knocked out once in his entire career. A fellow by the name of Ali.
Foreman turned pro back in 1969. Michael Moore was 1.5 years old on the night that George Foreman turned professional. Now Moore coming on, getting his jab home and following it up with a left cross. Moore working the jabs, fighting carefully, moving a little bit, sliding some. Here's that jab again from Moore.
See, George is eating a lot of jabs, though, Rich, and he's going to get puffed up. He's got that habit now where that face gets puffy like it did in the Alex Stewart fight, did in the Tommy Morrison fight. And he was lucky they were looking to stop the Stewart fight. Angelo saved that fight for him. I'm convinced of that. He pushed the referee away and said, go look at the other guy.
Moore fighting very effectively now, utilizing the jab. There it is again, doubling up on it. uppercut by Moore in close.
The only thing I don't like about what Moore is doing
Good right hand by Foreman, knocks Moore back a step or two. George's most effective punch so far, and here comes Moore answering back quickly.
And I was about to say, Rich, I don't like the fact that Moore was only circling in one direction, and George is just going to time him, and there it was.
Final seconds of round 2. Pretty good action round from these two heavyweights. Both fighters had their moments in that second round. Who'd you give that second round to?
I still thought Moore won the round, but I thought George was coming on quite well and landed some good shots. It was a close round to call, though.
Foreman walking forward. Teddy Atlas has talked a lot to Moore and a lot of psychology before this fight about what Foreman was going to try to do to him, how he was going to try to con him, how he's going to try to get him to submit and break his will. Two good jabs by Foreman, but the follow-up right was not there.
Landed a good right-hand lead.
Facing him, Michael Moore incoming.
At will would be probably even a better description.
Well, Foreman has landed many punches tonight. He has not seemingly had the effect tonight on Moore that he did on Evander Holyfield in 2 or 3 of those rounds of their fight 3 years ago.
And again, Moore not known at heavyweight necessarily for his chin being dropped by the likes of Bigfoot Martin, Bert Cooper, Evander Holyfield. It has to make you wonder, is it that all of a sudden Michael's got a great chin, or has George finally lost that famous punch?
George is going to have to get to work because he's got less than 5 rounds to go now. And he possibly already is in a position of needing some real drama. There's a right hand that forced Moore to give ground. He backs Moore into the ropes. Now wait to see if Moore here answers back. Good right uppercut from Foreman. Now Moore slaps his gloves together, and we've got some combat going on now.
Not what I would want Moore to be doing if I was Teddy Atlas right now. You took his shot, get out of there. Don't start trading with George Foreman in close while you're hurt. George is one of the great finishers.
Saw Moore give ground, and he backed into the ropes, and then Foreman was able to also come up with an uppercut.
Whoa!
Foreman waddled across the ring. Looked like he tripped a little, though. I don't think he's hurt.
A lot of what George has said about letting fighters off the hook and younger fighters off the hook is that he doesn't have necessarily the ability anymore to finish a fighter. He should have been all over Michael Moore then. Throwing 3, 4, 5-punch combination.
George Foreman, in his prime, perhaps possessor of the most terrifying punch in heavyweight history.
Lifted Joe Frazier off the ground.
Good combination from Moore. Remember the 7th round of the Holyfield fight when Foreman was hurt badly at the end of that round. He had enjoyed a big opening portion of the round. So this perhaps might go according to that script, although Moore has not yet hurt Foreman badly in this round.
And in my opinion, George shouldn't take 1/10 of the punishment in the Holyfield fight that he's taken to this point.
Now Moore appears to have things back in control once again.
And stealing the round back from George.
He may very well do that now after Foreman held him to clear advantage in the opening minute and a half of this round.
George has got to let that right go. He's there. Moore is there for him to throw to right.
Big exchange, combination from Moore, round 8.
Begging Moore, move to your right. Stay away from George's right hand, and the only way you can do that is by moving to your right. He doesn't want to get lulled in and get clocked like he did earlier in round number 8.
Now Foreman had his best opportunity. It appeared in the first minute of that round. He drove Moore back into the ropes, landed 2 or 3 right hands in succession.
And Teddy's telling him stay on the outside. I don't think he cares at this point, at least not for round number 9 in particular, whether he's going to knock out George or not. Building up a nice lead here. Don't get careless and move to your right and stay away from George's right hand. And so far he's listening to Teddy.
Good right hand by Moore, and follows it up with an uppercut. Michael Moore, obviously, through the years, as he's come up to the heavyweight, has continued to develop as a fighter. And while he does not possess the same devastating punch that he did as a light heavyweight, he's improved in his skills as well. And so that has enabled him to reach this lofty plateau where he now sits.
On a skill level, you got to say he improved 200%. He didn't have a devastating jab as a light heavyweight. He was just able to go out there and take guys out with brute power. And when he was in with good skilled boxers, the Leslie Stewarts of the world, even Frankie Swindell gave him a hard time as a light heavyweight. But he was able to get by with the punching power.
Foreman here in round 9 has yet to land an effective blow through the first minute and a half. There's a jab from George.
Now he's got a little bit of what, if you would have tried to choreograph the fight in advance, this is a little bit more of what you expected. He's got George chasing him. He's moving to his right. He's using the jab. He's not going in and trading with George as he had done in the earlier rounds, Richard.
Foreman almost squared right up to him. You know, in addition to all the skills that we just talked about him developing, obviously his confidence has been built to the point where he's supremely confident when he enters a ring.
Well, at this point, he beat Evander Holyfield at heavyweight. He's gotten up off the floor from heavyweight punches. He's got greatly developed boxing skills, and I don't think we can measure at this point how much Teddy Atlas has had an effect on Michael Moore also as a fighter on the confidence level and taking him out from this dark, brooding figure to make him feel good about himself.
That dark, brooding figure still is much of the public persona of Michael Moore, which is why he remains a great mystery to many boxing fans. He probably has a lower profile than any heavyweight champion that I can recall. Right hand to the body by Foreman as the round comes to an end, but Foreman didn't do much in that round, and he may not have much left.
It's going to take more than a knockdown to put him back in this fight, at least on my unofficial scorecard.
Well, so you might be able to make a argument for George for one round there, or two perhaps, but where they were fairly close, but obviously he is well behind, and he's got to pick it up. Angelo Dundee, of course, was in a similar situation with Muhammad Ali against Larry Holmes, a guy well past his prime, taking on a champion in his prime. Ali got into cosmetic, beautiful shape. Everybody saw Ali, and they all went running to the betting windows to bet on him, driving the odds down, much the way that the odds were driven down in this fight when they saw Foreman look in reasonable shape. And now George, following the advice of Angelo Dundee, has come out here strong in round number 10. Looking to land that right. There's a left hook that he finally landed tonight. You know, that's a tremendous punch for George when he can land it, but it hasn't been there for him.
Very tough punch, though, to land against the southpaw, Rich. And that takes a big part of George's arsenal away, which is, but at his age, did he really take the time, though, to work on something else that would work against the southpaw as some other challenger might do? He just figured it's another fighter, left-handed, right-handed, this is the way I fight. And like you said,
there's the left hook from Foreman. That one rattled Moore a little bit, and another punch from Foreman, and another left hook, and Moore's leg actually slipped out from underneath him. So again, I think Moore has felt the power of Foreman, what power is left even in round 10 of a fight in which he is desperately behind, and Teddy Atlas concerned in the corner.
Well, another reason that the left hook is landing is Teddy said to Michael, move all the time to your right now and stay away from the right hand, so George had to adapt, and there he goes, he's walking into the left hook.
George Foreman enjoying his best round of the fight here in round 10. There's a right hand. Down goes Moore. He's flat on his back. He may not get up.
Not maybe. He's not moving.
Moore could be about to lose the heavyweight title.
I don't believe this.
Joe Cortez pulls up the count. It is over.
Holy cow.
Foreman has pulled off the miracle that no one thought possible. George Foreman
is still down. Mora cannot get up. He's still down. He doesn't know where he is. He's bleeding from the nose. He walked into a picture-perfect left-right combination.
An unbelievable, a stunning finish.
Listen to it, this crowd
of a heavyweight championship fight that has left this MGM Grand crowd of nearly 15,000 in total disbelief.
started landing that left hook.
Tarea. No se le olvide darle like y suscribirte, que se van a venir más y más videos. Y que Dios los bendiga.